the buffalo ride.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing I regret. Not the buffalo riding. One thing I regret in my younger life, or whatever you call it, is getting on a real bull. Never been on a real bull. I grew up watching bull riding. I was in that era of the big, tough, hard-headed names. And I grew up when the PBR started, and I grew into that, started watching it. I was a fan, knew all the bulls, knew all the bull riders. I watched a lot of bull riding and listened to all those guys, commentators talk about he did this, he did that, he did this right, did that wrong. They slow motion everything, and then just being around bulls and being around guys and the mentality. And I always think, you know what? I bet I could ride one. It can't be that hard. It can't. But I never been on it. I rode a lot of calves. I rode a lot of sheep, a lot of calves, quite a few. I mean, a lot of steers, quite a few cows. But cows is the highest I got. I'm sure I rode a smaller junior rodeo bull, but I'm sure he wasn't fed very good or whatever. But like an actual full-grown bull,
yeah,
I've never been on it, and the regret I have is I always want to know what it felt like. I always want to know what it felt like to get on a bull, how strong they are, what it felt like just kicking.
You saying that makes perfect sense, because watching the bull riding at the NFR, you're always behind the chutes. You're back there helping somebody, which I love to see. But for some reason, ever since college, I've always liked to practice, bull riding, bronc riding, bears. I think you should, a Roughstock guy should always have. So I've always created that opportunity for myself. And with that, I've been the go-to guy for so many people. Hey, I want to get on a bull for the first time. Almost all of them have assumed, golly, this has got to be easier. This has got to be way easier than it looks or whatever. And I would say most of them were proved wrong, but occasionally there's somebody that comes in there and just has talent from the get-go. And every now and then you get somebody who gets really good really quick. And I think that every bull rider, every rodeo fan out there would agree that you are probably that person, that you could probably just stick it on a little duck spinner your first time. I could see that happening. And also the fact that you told me this, I said made a comment about you being bow-legged, and you said, no, I'm bull-legged. They're just made to go around.
Yeah. That's one thing I regret. And I don't want to just get on a straightaway hopper or something that just kind of flat spins. I want to get on something that actually kind of comes out there, bucks and kicks a couple times and turns back and kind of gets it on a little bit, just so hey, that was the real deal. And I
bet you could do it.
I'm gonna go down thinking you know what, I could do it. I could do it.
You're only what, 41?
Yeah.
You're spring chicken. You should come out to Winnebago. We'll stick you on one of my just friendly up and down, around and round, all the way to Paytown, as Randy Kateri says. I bet you could do it.
I've watched enough of it that I would think so, and I've watched all the guys, how they do stuff, how they do watch bulls. Don't get me wrong, some of these bulls nowadays are rank, and I never been on one, but I know how strong they are. Just working with them, being around them, handling them stuff. I know how fast and how strong. That's one thing a lot of people don't realize when they're watching bull riding. Probably the guys like you're talking about, oh, I can ride that. But it's different. As soon as you crawl down on there, you're like, hey, this is a dang sure animal. And I can tell just already how fast and how strong, how you think, oh, this looks all smooth and slow. And no, I know that's never the case. It's
right.
I mean, I've been on some bucking horses where you're looking that way, this way. Everything's fast. Don't know what's going on. But
of all the people that I've helped get on their first bull, that they were surprised at actually how hard it is. You are definitely way more cowboy than any of them. So that's why I feel comfortable saying that I feel like you'd probably.
And then, have you seen some of those bull riders ride a horse? That's one thing I don't understand is you're a bull rider and you are a good bull rider. Like good. But you can't ride a horse?
That's a really good point.
That's one thing I don't understand. Like the horse runs forward and they go back, like, or a horse stops and they tip forward. Or and then like I don't know. That's one thing that makes me scratch my head is like, I mean, national finals, it's the only place, or rodeos where they do victory laps. That's where I know. I see this hero of mine just ride the heck out of this bull and like, hurry, run, get on this Grand Entry horse, and they run over there and then I don't even know how to get on him. And then they just run out there and like, oh, it's crazy.
Oh man, that's such a good point. Yeah. Maybe it's either a testament to they don't know how to ride a horse, or maybe some of those victory lap horses they hand them just are that hard to ride.